Welcome to another episode here with your girls on Mindset Talks Podcast. Back for a new episode this week with you.
We sure are. How are you doing, girl?
Girl, I am good. But before I get into how I'm doing and how you doing, let's just go ahead and remind y'all that your girls here are on all of your favorite socials. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are here. We're everywhere. So you know where to find us. Favorite podcasting platforms as well. And we're on the radio, WDJY 99.1 FM.
We sure are. And hearing you actually say that makes me think that I should go back and pull this up to see, well, and while I'm doing this, do we want to let the people know some of the new things that are going on with us, or do we want to like save that to later? I know we've mentioned it.
I think we should make them wait another week.
Yeah?
I think so.
Okay. All right. So you heard it, guys. Sorry. We're going to be waiting another week because Amanda just doesn't want to tell y'all yet. So I will
Not
stop
yet.
looking this up and just know that there are some new exciting things coming, because when Amanda says we're everywhere, just know
We're everywhere.
Yeah.
There's no lies when I say that. There are no lies, straight facts. But how are you? How have you been, my friend?
Today I'm okay. I feel like I've been going through a little roller coaster the past like couple of days and things like that, and just a lot going on over here in this side of the world. But overall I'm okay. Everyone's okay, so it's all good over here.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're back on the good side. There's nothing like life with its ebbs and flows and going in through the ups and downs, and we can't just have the bad without the good and the positives without the negatives, or else we'll never balance back out. So
true statement. Yes.
I do want to share, because I remember I've mentioned it before. Just talking about me and my figuring out my career journey and just new endeavors with work, which I am still figuring out my career journey and what I want to do. But I've spoken before about like growing within the company for work. So I just want to share with y'all, your girl has put in some work here, done some interviewing, done really, really good. So
and she was worried, y'all.
I was straight stressing. So listen, I'm sure a lot of other people are like that though, where that you're very qualified and that you can deliver, but it's just the pressure of having to do it.
Yeah.
And for me, I had a mentor who was also one of the interviewers. So, it's just like extra pressure, because it's like, I've prepped you to be really good at what you're about to do. So it's like, I had to, put on my best. And me, I'm a people pleaser. I don't like to leave people disappointed. So
yes.
I was over here with like a whole anxiety attack, but nonetheless, I interviewed well first round. So I'm waiting on the next round and to see how things go. So I just want to say, if they don't pick me, it's because they can't afford me, but whatever.
I'm done with you. Oh, but no, I mean, that probably would be the only reason, because you were certainly more than qualified, and I knew that you would just like rock it. So, kudos to you, and, going through with it and everything like that, because I know that you were potentially thinking about not. So,
I know.
Happy for you, proud of you, and, sending you all the positive vibes going forward.
Thank you. Love you. Appreciate that.
Of course.
But yeah, what we got going on for today's episode?
Girl,
What's happening?
What isn't happening? I feel like there has just been so much going on, and like I don't even know, but I think maybe the first thing to kind of talk about is this wild, but not so wild now that like the news has been like updated and whatever, and like more information has been coming out, but this poor bridge collapse in Baltimore,
oh my gosh,
like it's just so wild to me, because so I used to go, some of you guys may know, I used to live in Virginia, so like I would have to pass through Maryland all the time, but I don't think that I've ever taken that bridge. I might have, but I just don't remember. But still, it's like one of like 2 bridges, I think, down there that like connects you to, get from one side to the
Another
other.
county.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, it's just so devastating. And
Yeah. It's crazy. It's called the Thomas Keys Bridge, and it
Scott Key, I think.
connects Scott Key, one of them, somebody with the keys in the bridge, but it connects Baltimore County to Anne Arundel County. And it's like, as big as that bridge is, it clearly is, commuting a lot of people on a daily basis.
695. That's like, anything with
A
95.
big interstate. Yeah. So it's like the fact that it's destroyed and how it was destroyed by a cargo ship is outlandish. Like, my man sent me a text the morning after everyone found out that it happened, and I'm just like, it literally took my breath away, because one, commute over a bridge as well for where I live. Like, it takes a bridge to get to where I live. So it
And that one was
really
caught
hit
on fire
home.
too, so
Right.
let's add that in there real quick.
Right. So it's like, it's really hitting home, but just, I instantly thought of how tragic of a situation that is, where there were people driving on the bridge
Like
when
minutes
that
before.
happened.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
just kudos to, I don't know if it was Bridge Patrol or PD or whoever it was, but whoever got on that announcement quick enough and closed down that bridge
Yeah.
just in time, like, they deserve so much kudos, because it could have been a lot worse if they didn't make that notification.
I couldn't even imagine. But it was just like, just seeing the headline without even knowing the details. It was just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
What is going on? As many times ships pass through there, I guess it said the cargo ship lost power.
Yeah, you can see it in the video, like the
How
power
it
comes
flashes.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Which is crazy, because like at first it was like, what the hell? Like, did someone do this intentionally? Like, are you just a bad like captain or like whatever? But no, it was losing power, and I think there's like a whole bunch of other stuff going on with it. Like, it was, I think it's like owned by like some Danish company, and I'm gonna say allegedly, because this is just stuff that like, I may have read up on. And like, they knew that like it had like inspection issues and stuff, I want to say. So I think there's a lot more to be like uncovered with this particular cargo ship. But it's just wild how it crumbled, like the entire bridge,
like that, like instantly.
Yeah. Like
instantly. Someone said like a deck of cards.
Yeah, there you go. That's actually not a bad descriptor for it. But it's just like, was it really that like weak? Like, I was talking to my boyfriend about it, and he was like, that bridge had to have been so weak. Like, if it crashed into like the Whitestone Bridge in New York, or like the George Washington or something like that, like those bridges would not just instantly collapse like that, So it's just
dent
like
the shit out of it, but
yeah. So it's just wild to like just see all that happen, and the fact that it's like caught on camera, like
right, the whole thing on camera. Wild. But I'll leave that where that is.
Yes.
So wild. But yeah,
prayers that they find, though, because it's alleged that there were some construction workers, that were filling potholes on the bridge at the time it collapsed, and I don't believe that they found all of them. I want to say 2 of them have survived.
2 were rescued.
Yeah. But the other ones, I think they're still trying to like look for. So just prayers to all their families, because I couldn't imagine.
I couldn't either. And they said that water was like 40 degrees.
Yeah, it's still cold. So just awful.
So sad, so sad. But, more the reason to pay attention to what we're doing when we're in the moment of doing what we're doing, especially driving, because things like that can happen while you're on a bridge. And I don't say that to scare people, because the thought literally scares the shit out of me.
Right.
But again, because I have a bridge that I drive over for many things that I need to do. And like you said, it's already damn near caught the shit on fire. So Just be careful. Y'all need to really be careful out here. Just be mindful. Be in the moment. That's a part of the issue in today's world too. Not saying that was the issue with the cargo ship, but just in general on regular roadways. Don't even need to be a bridge.
Yeah.
But it's just people need to pay attention and slow the hell down for just 2 seconds. So that way we can just take care of ourselves, which in return takes care of each other, because transportation is dangerous as hell.
It really is. Oh God, it really is. But speaking of transportation,
oh my gosh.
For those that are caught up with all of our episodes, you guys know that one of our recent episodes we had discussed all of the allegations and things that are going on with Diddy.
Ooh, child.
And now he is apparently traveling himself.
Far and fast.
And I'm just here to talk about it for a couple of minutes because I just have so many questions. Like, did he really just like
flee the country?
Like, and it's alleged that like his like private jet was like going back and forth like all day or like the day before the raid or whatever. So it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's very interesting, but then you also do have to be careful about like how things are portrayed in the media and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like I don't think the feds would just raid unless they had some like strong evidence of stuff.
Right, because that can come back.
Yeah.
Onto the government.
Exactly. So it's just kind of like something had to be found for them to do stuff like that. But then at the same time, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time like thinking that like he's actually guilty of anything. I don't know.
Really?
Just because he's just kind of like one of the like, you know, what am I trying to say? Like one of the like moguls or whatever. I don't know. And it's just, I don't know. I think it's just kind of like crazy.
It's just because he's like such a big name in the industry. So it's like, is that like a part of what it is?
Yeah, I mean, I think so because like you hear all these like rumors going around of like celebrities and how they're all involved in human trafficking and like all this kind of stuff. And it's like, maybe for me, it just seems so far fetched to where I'm like, really, they're all in this like, you know, sex ring of like trafficking things or whatever. I don't know. I just, my brain, my boyfriend loves to say that like I live in my own like little bubble. I'm very much in love with my little naive bubble over here. So maybe I just don't understand reality, but I don't know. It's just very hard for me to kind of like grasp.
No, I get it. It's maybe a part of it's just not wanting either to believe that it could be possible, because it's not only a bad look for those people who are being accused of doing it, but it's so sad for the people who is a part of being trafficked.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just terrible on both sides. But, you know, especially after this whole Nickelodeon thing,
well, yeah, I guess that's true.
It's making it harder for me to believe that Hollywood is not full of a bunch of weirdos. Like,
yeah, and I do think so. Do I think that he has like these crazy wild ass sex parties and stuff like that? Absolutely. And I don't know if you've seen like the Usher interview that's been going viral of him on Howard Stern. No. He did it like years ago, and it's like coming back up because of everything that's like going on. Right. Because when he was a teenager, Diddy took him in, and he, you know, stayed at his house and like
groomed him,
like the lifestyle and whatever. And he was just kind of like explaining some of the stuff that like he had witnessed there, and he was being very discreet about a lot of it. But some of the things that he was saying, it's just kind of like, like here you were, some like 13-year-old boy or 15 or, you know, however old he was, and he was like walking into rooms where like people were just like having sex all the time. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
that creates a problem.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to go down that road, but that creates a problem. Like, that's not okay, and that affects people mentally and their future. So, Yeah, girl, I don't know. These people out here are just something, but I'm real curious as to see how this whole Diddy thing is going to transpire, because if it transpires into anything, that is, if they even find him or, whatever, because now he's just somewhere.
Right. But then he's just going to leave his sons. Like, his sons were arrested. Like, he just said, peace out, fam. Like, I don't know. It just sounds weird.
Well, if the allegations are to be true, he's groomed his children to live the same lifestyle as him. So raising children to be a part of that crazy mess, you already don't care about them. So yeah, he gonna leave them asses behind, and every man for themselves.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. It just, the whole thing.
Again, if it's true, it's just, if it's all true and you're really engaging in those kinds of activities and your kids are engaging in those activities with you, what are you teaching them?
I mean, not a lot. Not good things anyway.
Right. But yeah, no, I mean, it's getting interesting. I've seen Prince Harry as a part of it. I just now seen that there's a Syracuse basketball player who's accused of being a drug mule. It's like, what is going, like, what? Like,
Yeah.
one of my neighbors gonna pop up on here next? Like,
You
what?
never know.
It's real interesting. So y'all should keep up with what's going on, because I know we definitely are.
Sure. I'm just curious because now I even saw something too that they're dragging Cuba Gooding Jr. back into all of this, and I'm
Girl,
like, can we just leave all these people alone? Like,
I'm gonna say one thing, and this is the only thing I'm gonna say about this for the rest of the episode. This literally makes me feel like the show Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. Just saying.
you would.
Used to be a fave of mine.
It was a good one. The video game too. Oh man. All right. You know what? I think with that, we might just leave.
Wrap that one on up.
We might just leave that where it is, guys. But super curious to hear people's opinions and thoughts on if they truly think that like he is guilty. Like, are the allegations true? Do you think that they're just trying to tear down another successful black man, or like what is it? Like, what's the problem? Did he just piss off a lot of people? Is he like Trump to where like he just kind of rubbed people the wrong way? Now they're all coming after him. Like,
ooh, whoa, pun or no pun intended, because rubbing people the wrong way is not the right words to use with Diddy right now.
Oh my god, you would. Didn't even catch on to that, but all right. On that note, oh man. So I can't with you. So you know how that we've talked about before, when like I'd be scrolling through my Facebook and like I get like all these like random like videos.
Oh my gosh.
Stuff.
Yeah.
And I think one of the last ones that I had talked to you was about like thruples and just kind of like the polygamous like
weird
lifestyle and like that kind of stuff, and we kind of like talked it out and like hashed it out and stuff. Well, because I've been watching those videos, I'm assuming I've been getting some other videos about a show that's on TLC. And I want to say, and don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure it's called You, Me, and My Ex.
What the hell?
And
now I gotta look this shit up.
I've had at least 2 of them from like 2 different episodes that have come across my page. And I, of course, watch them just because I'm just so intrigued by these kinds of things. And I kind of wanted to talk to you about both of these scenarios because I have obviously my own opinions and thoughts on things. And although I feel like we might have the same, perspective, no, because, we are 2 different people. But the first one that I had watched, it was this guy was dating a girl who was previously married and had a child with her ex-husband.
Okay.
And they've been having some kind of like a rocky like relationship, and like the boyfriend is deciding and like if he wants to be like a stepfather and like kind of like take care of her child. He likes her, but like doesn't know how he feels about like that role and stuff like that. And the ex-husband is like very involved in the life, because they have to like co-parent and stuff like that. But
right.
I get the sense like it's kind of like a little more than that too. Like they went on some kind of like a trip with like all of her family, like her mom and stuff was there, but then her ex-husband ended up like showing up and stuff. And it was just kind of like the whole family was like against the boyfriend and was like, you know, oh, the ex-husband's like great kind of a thing. But
oh, wait, what?
That's not even what I want to get to.
Okay.
So that part was just like kind of weird and wild. But then I guess they kind of like got into like some kind of like a fight or whatever. And they just, I think it was as a result of this like little.
Wait, who got in a fight?
The girlfriend and boyfriend.
Okay.
Not the ex-husband. And she was having some kind of a surgery. And she said like she needed space from this guy or whatever. She didn't want him to like be there or, you know, like help take care of her or whatever. And she felt more comfortable having her ex-husband there to take care of her than her, you know, like current boyfriend. And so the boyfriend stepped to the side. He didn't hit her up at all. But like a few days after the surgery or something, ended up like trying to go to her house and like bring her flowers, like trying to like make up for it. Because she was, you know, female logic. She was like, just because I told you I didn't want you to be there, like didn't actually mean that like I didn't want you to be there. Like kind of bullshit.
I can't stand this.
I can't either. So, but just that scenario in itself just kind of like drove me wild because I'm like, if my boyfriend ever said that he felt more comfortable with his ex being around to take care of him or like be in the hospital with him when he was like going through something, just no. And I feel like before I said that, I should have asked you your opinion, but by the look on your face,
I already knew what your answer was, but I'm right there on the same page. And I don't want to come off as this violent person because I'm not, but I was really bound to be like, he would be in the damn hospital bed with me or in the room in another bed with me because the fuck, you feel more comfortable with who?
Yeah.
Why am I here?
It was just wild. And like, I don't know how long they were like dating and stuff, but I think it was substantially long enough for, you know, I want to say he was already around her child and stuff, but still like.
Why are they divorced? Like,
I don't know.
They are like, that just makes absolutely no sense to me. So you're going to tell your actual man that you're more comfortable with your old man being there for you. So at that point, I'm questioning, why are we in a relationship?
Exactly.
Because I'm clearly not the person that you want to support you. I'm clearly not the person that you want. I could never imagine, like, oh my gosh, that would drive me. I couldn't even watch the episode. That would drive me insane. I could never imagine picking one of my exes over my current man. That's why they're my ex. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it defeats the whole point of them being an ex. Like,
yeah,
I don't want to be your friend. I don't need you to be here. And I get it. They have a kid, so it makes it more challenging, of course. But there's still boundaries to be set.
Exactly.
Yeah. Girl, how the hell what is Facebook putting in your video? I can't even talk.
But it's so intriguing, let me tell you.
Because I'm over here, I'm looking it up, and I'm like, there's 2 seasons?
Oh, I see. I don't know if it's like a new couple per episode or like, I don't know how it works. I just get these like clips that come up.
Gosh.
But
from what I can see, it's different couples per episode, so.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
My gosh.
So that's a lot then.
Yeah.
Yo. That one's bad.
Oh my gosh.
This next one to me gets a little more interesting. All right. So not same scenario, kind of the same scenario. So you have this guy has a girlfriend and he has his ex-girlfriend.
This already I feel more passionate about because it's a guy and 2 girls. So it's like, I already put myself into the situation. Like, what did he do?
So in this scenario, well, do I want to start with this? Okay, I'll start with this. So it turns out that, and I don't know how, again, I don't really know the backstory about any of this, but
okay,
they all live together.
God, dog. It already is a rough start.
The ex-girlfriend lives with her ex-boyfriend and this new girlfriend. So that in itself Just
that don't sit right at all.
Ain't no way in hell. I don't even think we need to discuss that part of it. I don't know
At
how
all.
that comes into fruition. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'll be damned if my boyfriend was ever like, hey, like, you know, my ex needs to come stay with us. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
There's absolutely no way. I have to laugh because that shit is ridiculous. And even if it's like they're in a situation where like something devastating happened, I am so sorry for them. You know, I'll actually throw you a couple of dollars to go towards staying in a hotel room for a night. But
Right.
after that, you're gonna have to figure that out because you're not staying here with us.
Yeah, no, exactly. And in this
So,
scenario, they don't share kids or anything like that. So it's
oh
a
hell
different,
no.
yeah, it's
There's
a
no
different
nothing.
scenario. So it's strictly just like ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend. Like, kids obviously make things a little more complicated and difficult.
Of course.
But this
Yeah.
one doesn't have any of that. So let me put that out there.
Oh my gosh.
But that's not even the thing that I wanted to talk about. So the thing with this episode
It gets worse.
is I don't know, like, again, like exactly like how it happened or whatever, but pretty much the girlfriend got really pissed because I guess like she was home alone all day, you know, by herself, and she was like waiting for him to come home so they can, you know, hang out or do whatever together.
Mhm.
And he had told her, you know, like, he's gonna make like a quick stop and like he'll be home in like in a little bit. Like 3-4 hours later, he finally like comes home, and it turns out that he went to the bar with his ex, and they were just there drinking and like having like a good old time.
No. Are people doing this for money?
I don't know. I mean,
I
maybe
couldn't
for the
even
episode, I don't know.
I couldn't even for money either. Like there's nothing that can drive me to be in this kind of predicament. Like
Yeah.
what is today's society?
I don't know. So when they got home, of course they got into a fight because she's pissed that she's been home all day by herself, and
Of
while
course,
you're out at the bar like having fun with your ex-girlfriend,
with our roommate.
yeah, exactly. And so they start arguing and stuff, and she was like, you know what? She's like, I don't want to argue with you because, you know, we're always arguing, and like I don't want her to, you know, see us not being in like a good space all the
Right
time
on
and
a
like
weak
whatever.
spot.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But that
Mm-hmm.
didn't stop them from arguing. And meanwhile, like the girlfriend's just chilling in the kitchen, which is like it's in view. So she can like hear this going on and stuff. And she just kind of like sitting there, like on her phone, like whatever, just like, you know, do, like not saying anything, not caring, not just, you know, just
Oh my gosh.
hanging out. And then the kind of like crazier part to me is he keeps trying to say like, you need to stop thinking of her as like my ex, like we're best friends, and you know it's my friend that's living with us, and you know you need to get over like the whole like ex-girlfriend thing, like because she's like one of my best friends. And I forgot about this part now that I'm talking. He
She
had
said, and
he had the audacity to ask this girlfriend if he would go help him pick out an engagement ring for his current girlfriend. And she was like, no. She was like, I don't think you're ready to be married. She was like, I don't condone this. Like, I'm not going to help you, like, find a ring. And I'm like, what part of that is her saying no because, like, you truly don't, because, like, you know him enough and you don't think he's ready? Or are you
right.
saying this because you're like, I don't want
Selfishly
you to
so.
commit to, yeah, to someone else when, like, you know, I still want a piece or whatever. So there's a lot of
Yo.
things going on with that one. Let me tell you.
You know what this show, like as you're explaining these situations, this show sounds to me like one person in the relationship wants to be a polygamist, but everybody else doesn't agree.
Mm-hmm.
So they're finding a way to make it a bootleg ass polygamy type of situation.
Maybe.
And that's why it's coming up on your Facebook, because the polygamists were there and now they're like, you want to see wannabe polygamists? Here you go, Cassie.
Maybe, because I
Here
did
you
tell you it
go.
wasn't thruple, and it kind of is, but it's not at the same time. So
Listen, that I could I'm so speechless.
I could see that.
I usually have a lot to say.
Yes.
We all know I usually have a lot to say. I am so speechless about this situation because why are people purposely, because you're literally choosing these situations to be in, why are you purposely putting yourself in these situations?
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
And it's unnecessary stress. Oh, I'm stressed out because my boyfriend and I live with his ex-girlfriend and he's hanging out with her more than me.
Yeah. Like, I really want to know how that conversation even started. Because, like, how do you bring that up confidently to say, hey, babe, is it okay if she stays with us?
Right.
Like, I don't know.
Or were he and his ex already living together and then she moved in?
Oh, that's a good point. That I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the details.
Still, like, definitely don't want that.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
I just want to be petty and be like, I don't even want to touch furniture your ex touched.
Not
You know
furniture.
what I mean? Like, it's like I just want to be petty enough to be at that level, and they're over here just in the same establishment living together.
Yeah.
I really don't want to be that petty. That's so not necessary. But like, just to make a point, y'all.
Right.
Oh, yeah, no, girl. I don't know what Facebook is putting in front of you, but
but it's entertaining and it's good content, so you're welcome, guys. It actually has me wanting to go watch this show. Like, I'm gonna go find You, Me, and My Ex and actually like watch some episodes because
I ain't gonna lie, because I'm kind of interested at this point because it's like how are y'all setting yourselves up? And I love me a good one of those entertaining relationship shows anyways, because I was watching that Love is Blind stuff and all that.
Exactly. So it's just this is on TLC, so yeah.
I have to find a place to stream it then. That's fine.
Yeah, because it's definitely intriguing, and I'm kind of hoping I get some more episodes coming through my Facebook because
now that you're talking about it, you know they're coming in.
Yeah, because I just don't understand it.
In. Me neither. Oh gosh. If any of y'all watch this show, please let us know because what the hell?
Yeah.
And what do you think? Like, because we're obviously not for any of this. Like, we're just so like your ex is your ex and they stay outside of our relationship.
It is not our personal preference to have them involved.
No, but everyone doesn't think like us, obviously. Like Cassie said, her and I don't even think the same on everything, thankfully, right? Because we need differences.
Right.
But for those of y'all who think completely different than us in this situation of You, Me, and My Ex, what's y'all thoughts? Like, I'm just curious to know. I just want to know. No judgment. I'm just curious because,
Yeah, no, exactly. Because it's always good to kind of like start those discussions. But what I would also be interested in, because we are, we have a very wide audience. Maybe someone listening to this thinks that like we're being disrespectful because like they're living this lifestyle. And if that is you and you are living the lifestyle, we are certainly open to kind of just like hearing your perspective. And if it works for you,
absolutely.
I mean, great. But these people that I saw in this episode are not happy. So
no, they're for entertainment because they got the drama.
Exactly. So I mean, if you are in something like this and it works and you are happy, then also let us know because I'm certainly curious.
Yeah, we would like to hear about it and open our perspectives a bit.
Yes, definitely.
Cassie always bringing in something interesting to these episodes, y'all, especially when I don't know about it beforehand. But
yeah, it makes it more fun.
Yes, girl. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this on up before Cassie gives me more tea on this show because I just might watch some of these episodes again. It is called You, Me, and My Ex. It is streaming on TLC. You say?
Yeah.
On TLC. So after y'all done listening to this episode, go ahead and check that show on out because I'm sure you're going to be just as entertained as we have been.
Most likely.
But that's going to be it for this episode, y'all. We hope you enjoyed it. But until next time.
Bye, guys.